Larry. I don't know. I'm feeling good. Feeling great.
Feeling good?
Feeling good. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm alright, man.
I'm in a good mood, even though,
What's got you in a good mood?
just life. Life is being wonderful right now. I don't have anything to report. Just
I was gonna make a joke.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't gonna be funny, but I was gonna make a joke.
I'm good. Let's do it. Let's have it.
Cause you said you were feeling good, and I said, "What's got you feeling good?" And you said, "Life." I was like, "Oh, you been playing the board game Life?" That's what I was gonna say, but
It would see.
it wouldn't have worked. It's okay, James. It's okay to say it wasn't gonna work.
See, if I liked the game Life, then I would have probably enjoyed that joke better.
It was gonna either be the board game or the cereal Life.
Oh, I forgot they had cereal. Do you think they're made by the same people?
I don't know, man. They both taste like the slums. I don't know.
The cereal tastes like you're eating the cardboard the game is played on.
I don't know, but I did recently, since we're talking about this, I did recently watch a video. This guy, he did a video where it was like old retro cereal commercials and like cereal brands. Did you know there was a Nintendo system cereal brand?
Did the little pieces look like the system?
Well, they were supposed to look like the characters, so it was basically it was two series in one. So you had a Super Mario cereal and then a Zelda cereal in the same box. Like one was fruity and one was something else.
Plain. Okay.
But it was like two separate bags in a box, and you pour them into the bowl.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
It was called Nintendo Game System, Nintendo Classic something system. That was the name of the cereal.
Well, I don't remember because that name sucks.
There was also a cereal. It was like there was a whole bunch of them I had never heard of. It was an ice cream cone cereal.
That sounds good. So apparently you can make ice cream into bread. I don't know. TikTok is an amazing, horrible.
What do you mean make it into bread?
So when you think of ice cream, you think that it has to be cold. But ice cream can be not heated up, but it turns into like a liquid. So apparently, like I saved a TikTok video. This person,
so ice cream turns into a liquid.
Yeah. Like
okay. I'm just trying to make sure I'm following you.
Yeah, when it turns warm, it's just like it's like sugary milk.
Okay.
Yeah, and I personally don't know how to make bread, but this person melted the ice cream and then they made it into bread, and I really want to try it.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, I know. Like when you think of ice cream,
I'm thinking the frozen ice cream.
Yeah.
Turned into bread.
I hear you.
Then I also thought about the reason why I was asking to clarify too, because I saw a video where this guy, he got like, I want to say a couple pieces of like raisin bread, and he scooped ice cream into the middle of it and made a ball of the bread around the ice cream and then fried it. Yes. And then like he cut it open and ate it. And the ice cream was still kind of like frozen a little bit.
Interesting.
It wasn't like all the way like solid, but it was still ice cream basically.
What is people's fascination with fried ice cream?
I have no idea, James.
I don't know. It just seems like the worst. Like if you so I was watching this guy named Jordan the Stallion 8. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's like when you see his videos, he's like, come closer. No, you come to.
Oh yeah.
That guy.
He's usually like the bathroom holding
Yeah. So he's like fruit roll-ups. I think they were.
Oh yeah, you can freeze them or something like that, or they come hard when you put the ice cream.
Yeah, they're made for putting in ice cream, and I personally don't want to eat a crunchy fruit roll-up, especially in ice cream. Like if I'm eating ice cream, and I say this, and I like nuts or palms.
I'm just trying to imagine how that would taste.
It just feels like, again, crunchy paper, which is the same thing with lettuce. I'm eating ice cream, then you got this. It just don't seem like it's gonna be feeling good.
That's because you're a texture person.
Not for a lot of things, but for a few things. Because I know texture people. Some texture people don't like ketchup. Cheesecake don't like coconut. And I can eat.
That's
those.
how I am with. I'm a texture person when it comes to coconut. Yeah. I don't like the texture of coconut, but I like the taste of it.
Yeah.
It just always feels like I'm still chewing on something. It's just like
it's like dry pulp. That's what it is.
Yeah. And I don't like you like pulp.
I do like pulp.
I hate pulp. It's not fun.
It's stringy.
But so now I'm thinking about hard, crunchy
Fruit roll up.
fruit roll-ups.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like, do the flavors still taste different? Or are they all just crunchy at that point?
I would think it'd be the same, just crunchy.
Well, I'm just saying, because the reason I'm asking, because like, you know how if something is not soft, but like something's chewy, if you chew it, it's in your mouth long enough for you to actually kind of taste it. But if something's crunchy, you just kind of don't really.
Right.
You just swallow it. You're not really eating it for real.
A delay, and the only way you can get the flavor from it is if you suck on it for a while, and then it gets soft, and then the flavor and the
Right.
juices.
So that's what I'm saying. So like, if you just crunching it, especially if it's in ice cream, and most of I don't know how you eat ice cream, but like if I eat ice cream with like, let's say like butter pecan, right? If it has like peanuts in it, I'm not just taking my time. Oh, let me chew on these peanuts, unless like it's a lot of them. But like if it's just a crunchy pieces of, I was about to say Jolly Rancher.
Saying everything except fruit roll up.
Fruit chews, fruit roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups.
If it's crunchy pieces of fruit roll-ups in my ice cream, I'm not gonna take the time to taste them.
Is Fruit Chews the off-brand version, the great value?
No, just something that's chewy and tastes like fruit.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Fruit gushers.
I was never really a big fan of gushers.
I've never had a gusher. It seemed like they're so just a chewy thing with a whole bunch of juice inside.
A gusher is nothing but a candy version of a jelly donut.
Which sounds amazing. I love jelly donuts.
Then you'll like gushers.
Yeah.
All it is just that in candy form, because it's just a piece of chewy candy with juice inside, and once you bite it, the juice comes out, and then you still eat the candy.
Do you like Twizzlers?
No, not really.
Not Twizzlers. Twinkies.
No, not really.
Really? Okay.
Which is crazy because you would think I would love them because that's a fat person's treat,
Right.
that's what most people assume fat people love. You like Twinkies? Like, nah, I'm not really a Twinkie person.
I love me some Twinkies. I just like everything sweet. There's the only
Everything
hostess,
sweet. So there's not one candy that you don't like.
I was getting out. The air conditioner's still on. The only hostess I don't like snowballs. And it's no. Moon. I can eat a snowball. Snowball's fine. The moon pies.
I don't think I've ever had a snowball.
Moon pies are horrible.
Are snowballs the ones that they kind of like baseballs? They got like the little.
They're pink and they got like coconut wrapped around them.
Oh, I have never had those.
Yeah, I like snowballs.
Moon pies they hit or miss for me. Even on flavors that I like, they can be hit or miss.
They have more than one kind of moon pie?
Yeah, they got chocolate and vanilla. You got banana.
I think I do remember a banana moon pie.
Yeah, because the banana ones are the yellow ones. Vanilla is like the white ones, and then you got the chocolate ones, which are brown.
I don't think I've had a white moon pie.
Mm-hmm. But it's like a cream color.
Okay.
It's not like white.
Yeah.
It's not yellow. Let's say that.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'm curious now because, like, I don't know if it's because we have, I ain't gonna say we got a platform, but I guess we do have a platform. I'm curious to know, or I'm curious to record you eating things you've never had before. You've never had gushers, which I don't know if they still sell gushers. You've never had boiled peanuts.
Yeah. That does not sound good at all.
James.
I mean, I tried.
You ever got to try boiled peanuts, man?
I tried fufu for the second time in my life.
I've never had fufu.
I think I want to try it again, but something else.
What is it like? I know what it is, but like, what does it usually come with?
All right. So the reason I want to try it with something else is because it came in a gosu. Yeah.
A gosi.
And it had a lot of bones in it. So that just messed up the whole experience for me.
Like little tiny bones. Yeah, it's like eating like fish bones. They can get
So it's like every time I chew it, I was like, all right, I gotta take this out, and it's like all that it could be meat that I could be eating. So it's taking up space that could be meat.
It slows you down too. Yeah.
So it was very unenjoyable. I wonder if you can ask for it without bone.
You probably should have to get it with something else.
Yeah.
I didn't know a gosi had bones in it though. I've heard it before, but I've never had neither one of them.
Which, it could be, just where I got it from. Because people make things differently.
This is true.
Yeah. Because that peach cobbler factory.
I still haven't been because of what you told me.
We should go.
Ever since you told me they don't give you a lot of crust, I have completely written it off in my mind.
You got to make your own opinion because it could taste good.
I don't care if it tastes good. I need crust.
That's part of the experience.
And if there's not a lot of crust, which apparently, I talked to somebody, they said you can add crust or you can get it. There's like an option on the menu to do more crust or only crust or something. And I was like, well, if that's the case, I'd go. But once you told me, I text you, hey, you was like, it's not a lot of crust. I haven't thought about this place since, James.
But they're on the right side of town, I'll say that.
I haven't thought about it since.
So I do feel like I need to talk about my shirt. My shirt is from a movie. It's not because I feel like I am what my shirt says. And if you are listening and can't see my shirt, you should go to YouTube and skip to 11:06 and look at my shirt. But my shirt is from a movie, Scott Pilgrim. Just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
It was kind of random, I know.
No, I was more so thinking like, is it really gonna be 11:06 when I have to go through? You don't know. Could be 11:42.
That's true.
Could be 12:10.
Depends on how things are edited.
This is true.
Okay, so
I don't really cut things down. If anybody has been listening to us or has been watching us since we started recording videos, I don't know because we share the editing. Mm-hmm. I don't edit nothing for the most part. Whatever we say and record, unless it's like something like you specifically, hey, I don't take nothing out.
Yeah.
I let it all hang out. Because that's how we do it. Another episode of The Big.
And short of it all.
You felt it coming. I saw your face. She was like, it's happening.
So at the 8-minute mark, I was like, oh, we having good conversation. I don't know if we're going to get to the intro this time.
Nah, we got to get it in there. I have a question, James.
Go for it.
This is a question I had before we started recording. I just thought about it before you got here.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to ask it, though. Well, okay, let's do it. Let's start it this way. College. Do you feel like you had the greatest experience at college?
What do I feel like I want to say? Oh, okay. I know what I want to say. Okay. I enjoyed college. Mm-hmm. You know what? Wow, that could be like a whole. First, let's talk about what you want to, the reasoning for your questioning, because I feel like I should tell my whole experience with college.
Well, just answer. Just give a short answer. If you ain't got to go into details, but did you enjoy it? Because that's part of the question. That's why I just want to see how you feel first.
I did. I enjoyed it. If you separate the administration at school from the, I guess, not party, because I wasn't much of a partier.
Social life.
Yeah, there you go. The social part of it. Then, yeah, I definitely enjoyed the social part. School was school. School was fine. But when it came to teachers, administrators, counselors, and then when I did have to do financial aid, it was horrible. It was, I don't know if that's every school, but this school was pretty bad at it.
I don't know. I don't say it tends to be a thing at HBCUs, but usually when I hear about stuff like that, like financial sides of things and administration, it's usually at a HBCU, which sucks because, I support them. The reason why I'm asking is because I was driving past A&M the other day, and I saw the kids out there, everybody was walking around, they had the book bags on, and I was just like, and I just had a thought, and I don't feel like I got the most out of college.
Really?
Like, and I'm speaking strictly socially.
Okay.
Like, I had a great time with y'all, meeting all y'all, us hanging out and doing things. But like, I don't know. I feel like there was so much on the table, so much I left on the table socially that I didn't get into. And I was like, man, if I could go back and do some things, how would it be? I don't know.
Anything in particular you want to talk about?
No, I don't have any specifics. It was just like, I don't know. But here's the other side of the thought process. It was like, on one hand, I feel like I didn't get the full experience that I wanted. And maybe I'm thinking about like because I was wanting to pledge and all that kind of stuff, so that's kind of stuff that I didn't get to get into. But on the opposite end of it, I'm just kind of like, man, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, it was kind of like I felt like I didn't get the full experience. But on the opposite end, it was kind of like, am I that guy who's like, hey man, I remember, I remember, like where you kind of stuck at that place,
Yep.
where it's like, boy, good times.
I don't. It would be nice to go back. It still was a time where you were on your own, but you weren't. You didn't have adult responsibilities just yet. So it was just a sweet spot, which I can understand why people. Those are not the golden years.
They cling to them.
Yeah, I can understand that. Me personally, I've always been a homebody, so I think that not being as adventurous suited me. Yeah. So it worked out. Like I said, the social stuff was fine. The times where we did go to parties or whatever, it was fun. I don't remember too many of them, but I do remember trying to take. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but take a friend. I'll say a friend home.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
You were trying to prevent. You were trying to. God, you were trying to prevent a friend from doing something that friend shouldn't do.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, you had to take that friend home, and the friend was not willing to do that.
Yeah.
They weren't willing to be a willing participant. I'll say it that way.
Oh, what fun!
Yeah, I don't know. I just like. I will say this though, compared to, because I know I talked to my mom about this, not about this in particular, but we were just having another conversation. Because my mom came to college in Huntsville as well, but I think she went to UAH, and she was talking about how like she hated her time here in Huntsville.
Yeah.
And part of the reason why it was that way for her was because, unlike me, like I met, people who I could hang out, spend time with, who we all kind of, we all had our own interests in our own rights, but we all had, things that we enjoyed, as well together. But she never really found her people like that for real.
Gotcha.
So it's like she didn't have nobody to spend time with and hang out with and go to parties and try to prevent friends from things. So.
Was she always, religious? Was she religious back then?
I mean, not like she is now. No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, she probably like me. Hey, I go. You raised in the church. That's what you know. But like, it's college. You wanna.
Exactly.
She probably wasn't doing stuff I was doing. Maybe if she was, I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But she just she didn't have a great time. Which a lot of it, like I said, a lot of it was not having friends. Other piece was not having money, and so it's like you ain't got no money to do nothing. You can't go nowhere. You ain't got no friends anyway. So it was a lot.
And I was a smaller man back then because didn't have money to go places and eat food. Always at the dollar menu, and you know what? They had dollar menus back then.
Yeah.
And then I know
there is no more dollar menu.
No, heck no. It was the value menu. And then I know at one point you did it. I did it. Get a sweet tea cup from McDonald's and just keep refilling that same cup.
I may do that tomorrow.
I didn't know it was still a thing because I know at one point they put a sign up there. It was like, nope, when you leave this building, you cannot use that cup again.
That's why you go to a different building, people. That's what I would do. Nah, I don't know. I mean, because just to kind of piggyback off what you were saying. Kind of another thing I told my mom was I was like, because I felt for it, but at the same time I told her I was like, because I had friends, majority of the moments that I remember, like some of the best moments I remember had nothing to do with spending money. It was just like doing random stuff like whatever, rolling down the hill behind one of the dorms or whatever, racing in the cars to go to the skating rink. Like we actually could, not thinking about, we could get pulled over.
Yep. I got so many darn memories. Okay. Are you ready to tell my story?
You take it wherever you want to go, James.
All right. So, before I got to college, we had uniforms at school. So when I got to college, and
What kind of uniforms you got?
white shirt, black pants.
I was about to say, paint the picture.
Yep, and I always wear hats too. So it was a lot of times it was a black hat. So I remember the very first day, the girls came to the boys' side of the campus, and they were just out there. People were in their cars, and it was like, hey, get your girl while you can. So it was this small, light-skinned girl. She was cute. I got her number, and then we decided to meet up. I don't know if it was the next day or whatever, but I showed up, and she was like, "A white tee, huh?" I was like, hey.
Wrote you off.
I just put my finger up and left. That was good. I'm good. All right, so that was my first memory. And then so my roommate. Somehow, first of all, we both from Chicago, but our moms knew each other.
Ah,
yep.
You lucked out there.
No, it was horrible.
Oh, all right.
So we were always button heads. I remember there was a lot of things that we did, but the main thing was I liked the coat in the room. He did not. So we would literally, I would go down over there, turn the air on, lay down. He'd go up, turn the air off, and lay down. I turn it on, and we just go back and forth until somebody just said, forget it.
Did he call you Joe while he was doing it?
No, he was.
Hey, Joe. What up, Joe?
But I was making beats back then, and I decided to teach my roommate and my suite mates how to make beats. So you know me, I people play the game, I'd go to sleep, do my thing. And I remember one day, I heard he say, shoot. So I get up and I look, he was like, I just erased all your music. And listen, this music I had been,
It takes you a minute.
And not only that, it was beats that I had for like 5-10 years. All gone.
I was so pissed.
I was not only pissed, I was depressed. I was depressed for a while.
Cause that's your hard work.
Yes. So I was I'm not gonna say confrontational person, but I'm not just gonna snap on somebody. He looked at me and I could tell that he was genuinely sorry, but I was just like he knew I wanted him to get out.
Yeah.
And I just laid there. Anyway, so that was another memory I had. I don't remember anything else freshman year, so we can skip that. No, I do.
Let me tell you my very first memory from A&M.
Okay, go ahead.
The very first memory I have of A&M is me hurting my mom's heart.
Oh, that's horrible. What happened?
So me and my mom, we drove up to Huntsville. Mm-hmm. We packed up the truck, put all this kind of stuff. We got here, unloaded the truck, went in my room, bought stuff to clean because we got to clean it, do all that. Met the roommates, met their parents. Which, by the way, I stayed at Foster's. I had like 2 or 3 other roommates.
You were in Foster too?
The first year, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And all of them smoke weed.
Yep.
They all smoked the weed. That matter of fact, they're the reason why I didn't smoke weed for a long. I mean, I've done it now, but they're the reason I didn't smoke it because their friend. This is a side piece, but because the first time I saw one of the homeboys roll up, it was just like I was like, I don't want any piece of that. Right. But so I unpacked. She left. We hugged, said we love each other, waved goodbye. She left. She called me probably. So mind you, it's a 5-hour drive back home.
Yep.
She called me probably like maybe an hour and maybe 2 hours later. I could tell she had been crying. She was like, hey, I miss you. What up, brother? I was like, you miss me? And I was like, no.
I think you told me the story.
She was like, what? I was like, you just left.
You could have read the room.
You just left. I hadn't had time. I'm hanging out. I'm chatting up with my roommates. I'm still meeting people. It hadn't sunk in yet. It was still like, yeah, I'm in a new spot. You miss me? Nah.
I'm gonna call you back in a week.
Nah. It did hit me like once I laid down that night, and I was just like, I'm not in my bed. Yeah. This is gonna be different. Yeah. Oh well. Good night.
I remember, heating up ramen noodles in a microwave. It never tasted right. I don't know why.
Contrary to the popular belief, And maybe I'm misremembering things, however you say it. I don't remember eating a lot of ramen in college.
I didn't either, but the few times I did, because I didn't eat a lot at all. But there were some days where maybe I didn't make it to the lunchroom, like buy lunch or something. So I'd like go in. So I probably ate maybe 3 or 4 packs, and every time I did, I regretted it afterwards because it just tasted weird.
Did you swap up how you did each time, or you just did it the same way?
I don't know how else to do it.
Well, I guess I mean like different stuff,
Yeah.
or like add the water first, or add the water last. Like, did you, or you just like just put it in there and cook it?
I feel like it was the water that was a problem.
It probably was because
Yeah.
the water in the dorms was not that great.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was.
I still remember going. I don't know why, but so Elmore Gym. I don't remember what events. Maybe I went to a basketball game, but I brought because when I'm eating ramen, if I'm not making it for anybody else, I just keep it in the pot.
Yeah.
So I took the whole pot over to Elmore
you sit in
Gym.
the pot, eat it.
Yep. No, I don't even know
Well,
why.
not sitting in the pot, but
Yeah,
with the,
in the gym. And so one, it done got cold all the way over there. But I'm just, I don't know. I was in my rebellious phase. I'm just doing me.
I just picture you sitting in the gym with a pot eating ramen,
And there was
and
a
I'm on the court like, what? Does anybody else see this? Hey, yo, B, what you eat? A little ramen.
that beef.
But you know what, James? This is I will say this is one thing I've always liked about you, James.
Okay.
You are gonna be you,
Yeah.
no matter what. James is gonna be. It's not a bad thing. It's just because some people are like, oh no, they try to fit in or whatever. James is like, I'm James.
Okay, all right, you say that. So there was another thing. Okay, 2 more memories. A girl, the first girlfriend I had at college. I don't know. Anyway, so I almost said her name. I don't think I
I'm about to
should.
say, you don't have to put it out there.
So there was one thing I was like, all right, I'm about to make a fashion statement. So white tees are my thing, but I think like at some point I was like, all right, we got to move away from white tees. And what's the opposite of white tee? A button down.
I was gonna say black tees, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that's it. So I decided to put on a button down and then put a white tee over it. So instead of having a vest,
You layered up.
and listen, I actually got a lot of compliments. I'm not like I like had the collar on top of it looked kind of cool. It did.
You know, listen, James. I can't judge your fashion sense because I did something that I had never done before in college when it comes to fashion.
What's that?
I had the jeans and I put the rubber bands on the bottom of the jeans
Yes.
to keep them above the shoes.
Yep.
Like,
I've been there before.
what? Looking back, I'm like, why would? What? Come on, man.
And then it's so funny. Like you just learn behaviors, things that you do that you never expected somebody else to do. I saw on TikTok somebody was like, "Yeah, you remember the days we used to do this?" I was like, "I didn't know other people did that." But it makes sense. I mean, how else are you gonna try to if your pants are too long?
I'll tell you another thing that I saw. I don't know if it's a TikTok or another podcast. Like, because when we grew up, internet wasn't like a huge thing like that.
Yep.
But somehow everybody ended up calling Daddy Long Legs. But that's not their actual name.
So I mean, I feel like Black Widows, like every animal has like the tentaculous Adamophorus or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like tentaculous Adamophorus is to Black Widow as Branchiobus. It's Daddy Long Legs. Like you have the street for.
But that's it. That's the point. Like we all came up with the same street name. Like everybody calls the pill bugs roly polies.
Is a pill bug the actual what? I don't.
They're actually called pill bugs.
Okay.
But everybody calls them just roly polies.
I didn't know what the name. I didn't even know either of those names until I got down here.
Well, okay.
But no, I hear you. People that know about it, this is what they call them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I don't. I'm trying to think. I don't really have a lot of memories of early years of college. Like, well, let me say it this way. I have memories, but they're not, I don't have the full picture of the story around them. I just have like, I remember this happened. Why? I don't know. Like I'll never forget. Like, because when we first came to college, Facebook was still kind of like on the rise, so to speak.
Yep.
Like you had to, 'cause at that point, you had to have a college email to get on Facebook.
Yep.
And I never forget. Like I somehow met this chick, don't know how, but like she ended up taking my very first Facebook photo, and I had like a full suit on, like a 2-piece suit with the jacket and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take me a picture
Okay.
for my Facebook page. I thought that was the issue.
Right.
Now, you just take it whatever.
What's great, so I remember there were some pictures. So one picture in particular, I had my little flip phone, and I was pointing it at the side mirror of a car, and I angled it so that I could take a picture of me in a car. And I was like, all right, it's just something to do. And I got so many compliments on that. I was like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
It was layered, James.
Yeah. So and then like I promise you, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I saw somebody, and I'm not saying that I started it, but somebody else had the same idea. And I was like, that brings back memories.
I don't know, man. I just feel like college was a good time.
What year did Katrina happen? Hurricane Katrina?
Ooh.
Actually, no, I do know.
I don't know.
It was our freshman. Well, yeah, it was our freshman year because I remember. So my roommate, he had met a girl, and I might have told you the story, but we could tell it from the listeners. He met a girl, and they were texting or whatever. So during the time that Hurricane Katrina was happening, obviously we didn't get the brunt of it, but it was raining real hard. It was windy.
Yeah.
She said, "I want you to come see me." And I was looking at him. I was like, don't do it. Like, I'm one of those guys. Like, I'm a romantic at heart, but no, sir.
Come on, man. It's gotta. Did he go?
He did. And,
I feel like he went.
and I don't know. I didn't go with him. Like in my head, I can picture myself watching him walk in that like hard rain. But I don't think I did. I think I just made that memory up. But I know he went, and I realized he came back quick. I was like, what happened? He was like, she didn't think I was going to come, and she never came down. I was like, oh man, you shouldn't have went in the first place. I felt bad for him. I did. He was a good guy though. He had this friend. She was so fine, but she was skinny. She was so.
You said like it's a bad thing for you.
I
know that's your back then.
Yeah, back then. Oh. So I remember she was dating this guy and whatever. I don't get. So I was friends with her. I hadn't even met her at that point, but somehow we were friends and we were talking every now and then. And then one summer she was like, "Yeah, we broke up." I was like, "I'm gonna be up there this summer." She was like, "Okay."
So you're saying there's a chance?
Exactly. So I went up there and we went on some dates, and then something happened, and I wasn't even thinking about it. But I said something, and she was like, "I don't know why both of y'all tripping. It's not like I'm in a relationship with either one of y'all." I was like, "Wait a minute! I didn't even know there was another guy." And she just up here just living her single life, and that put things in perspective. I was like, "All right, you can have him, you can have her, he can have you." Yeah.
I'm trying to figure if I want to say this or not. So, part of my reminiscence of my college years, I'm gonna say it. I didn't smash as much as I wanted to in college.
Okay.
I really wanted to, cause I don't know about you, but like in high school, you watch all these movies. Cause like I said, like we talked before, I learned a lot from TVs and movies. So watching all these movies and TV shows about college, I'm thinking, oh, it's about boy.
That's probably why you want to play.
Yeah, I was part of it, but also I was a realist, so I knew I was like, okay, freshman, maybe sophomore year, ain't nobody gonna know me for real. I gotta kind of build up or whatever. And I expected to just be like, yeah, and it did not happen like that.
So it's probably for the best. I probably smashed one or two too many. And so for people who don't know, that makes it sound like I had a lot. But no, that's not what this is about, but I'm not going into detail.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
But it's partly my fault though, because I'm not well, I'm not going to say, because I was going to say I'm not a full-on romantic like you, but I ain't really that romantic either. I'm a good guy. Like, I'm not horrible, but I ain't, my romance is, if I was a video game character, my romance level would be kind of low. Like, I do it, but it's not like that high.
Yeah. That's
However,
specializing.
right, it's not a, you gotta build that up over some time. But however, I don't have it in me to just be like, yeah, I'm out here just sleeping with everybody. So it's like I would meet a chick, I'm like, she cool, and they would just hang out for months and months, and they were like, next. That's how it would go.
Next time we have a girl on, a woman, I don't know. We should ask, like, what are all the code words? Because women say all kind of things. I just want to know what are all the code words for, you smashing a guy. Like, it's my homeboy, we outside. Like, what are the code words?
I don't know. There's a lot of them, like you said.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of them. It could be none. I don't know. They could just be like, hey, we did it. I don't know. But like I said, but even to the whole, what we're talking about, like, I never did the whole, like, sneaking a girl into my dorm room. I never snuck into a dorm room. Like, stuff like that, I just be like, I didn't do those things. I mean, I'm not saying that's what college is about.
Yep.
But, like, stuff like that, I feel like I didn't get the full experience. Like, I spent time in females' rooms, but it was like, hey, walk in, sign the list, you go up, time to come down, you come down. But I didn't do like, hey, I'll be around the back, and I'm gonna come unlock the door, or she gotta wear a hoodie to make it seem like she a guy. Like, I didn't do all that.
I did. So I remember I was a RA.
And you were RA doing it?
I was an RA.
Come on, James.
And I remember, my girlfriend freshman year. So you just keep on giving me memories from my freshman year.
That's all good.
So she was in my room, and her phone, she had a flip phone too, and like the part where the hinge was, it was kind of broke, so it was kind of sticking up. So we in the bed, and I remember I did something, and my arm went into that hinge, and it wasn't a deep cut, but it would not stop bleeding. And I'm sitting here like, okay,
But you can't say that to either.
No, I was like, forget it. We going out there and we getting a Band-Aid, because I didn't have a Band-Aid. And now that I think about it, I probably should have went to other people's rooms instead of going to the front desk. But I went straight to the front desk, and sure enough, that guy got run up.
You have to be careful, James. Did I ever tell you? I think I told you a story. I know they haven't heard it. Did I ever tell you a story how I almost got caught by security, since we talk about sneaking around doing stuff?
No.
I wasn't doing anything per se.
I was going to say you might have.
I was going to start by saying I wasn't doing anything per se.
Okay.
There were two. I was in the back of a vehicle, and two other people were in the front seat.
Gotcha.
You
No.
don't know the story?
Where were you?
We were in the parking lot of the library.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know the story.
So, one of those people was Elijah. I'll just say that.
Okay.
And it was a female.
Right.
I'm not gonna say who
That's
that
fine.
was.
I could probably guess.
So, don't know why I was there. For some reason, I was the third wheel.
I was going to say you didn't have anybody back there with you.
No, it was just me. So they were sitting in the front seat doing their thing, which in that case, just talking, whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna go lay down in the trunk, because he had the white Montero Sport at the time. So I was like, I'm just gonna lay in like the little trunk part. So I'm laying down, because mind you, it's probably, I want to say every bit of like 2, 3 in the morning at this point. So I was like, I'm sleepy. I'm just gonna lay down, because I'm not gonna walk back to my room.
Right.
But at the same time, it's also kind of cold, because it's not freezing. It's kind of where the season is changing.
Yep.
So I'm laying down. I was like, man, I gotta pee. So I was like, hey man, I'm gonna go out pee real quick. So I hop out the back. I go pee by one of the trees in the parking lot. All I see is a bright light cut on. I was like, oh. I look back. It's the security with the light on me.
On you?
Mm-hmm. I took off running. I ran all the way back to the dorm, up the hill, in the cold.
But you weren't walking. I
I wasn't gonna walk, but at that point, I had all this adrenaline in my system. I made it.
Oh, I love it.
It was so cold. By the time I got to tour, I feel like I was breathing blood because I was tired. I was like, oh man, I'm not getting caught. I don't want to be out here. Now I don't know what happened after I left. I don't know what did security talk to them or anything. I just know I got out of there and I was gone.
I don't know. I just want to talk about all the memories, just to have it immortalized in the podcast.
You can, man.
I still remember. So y'all had a friend. I'm not gonna say we. She wasn't much of my friend, but y'all had a friend. And,
Us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And her name started with an M. And at one point, somebody tried to hook me up with her.
Okay.
And then they pointed to her. They was like, "Hey, what you think about her?" So I saw Summer. I didn't see the girl with the name with M. So I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's not. I could. Yeah.
So I can work with that.
I don't know. I don't remember how I got her number or something happened, and I was supposed to. We met up. Somehow we met up. I don't even know how. Like how it got. What's the word? But anyway, so I get in the room and it is not Summer. And I was like, shh. All right, we doing this. So
You just gonna take one for the team?
I was not. We was gonna watch a movie. We were just so I sat on the bed, and she is giving me conversation, and I'm trying to stay interested.
You stonewalled in the jacket.
I'm trying to stay interested, and I know she sat on the bed, got close, and I made some kind of gesture, and she was like, "Oh, what's wrong? You ain't?" I was like, "Nope, I don't like big girls," and she was like, "Wow!" She got so mad. I was like, "All right, I'm going." I don't know how the heck.
It's all good, James.
I got set up. That's what happened.
You got set up? It's all good, man. I guess since we're telling this is a two-part.
Okay.
This is a twofold story.
There we go.
So it's a college story and it's a milestone story at the same time.
Okay.
So this is how I lost my virginity
Okay.
in college.
Okay.
I don't know if I ever told you this story.
No. I know that you told me you did lose it in college.
Did I ever tell you who it was with?
I don't think so.
So it was with Tiffany.
Okay, you did.
But did I tell you the story though?
No.
Okay. So, because me and Tiffany, we were, looking back at it, I don't know if we were dating or I don't know what we were doing. I know we were hanging out.
She was pretty too. She is, well, I don't know how she is now.
I got you.
Yeah.
But so we were kind of hanging out or whatever. I guess you would say dating. I don't know. So I don't know what happened that day. I just, as far as like where we were coming from, I just remember we were coming from somewhere and she asked if I was going to come to her room. Or she asked, I think I asked to go to her room, or she asked me to come to her room, one of the two. Mm-hmm. I just remember going up to her room, whatever. So we get to the room, she was like, hey, because she stayed in West.
Okay.
And she was like, I'm going to go hop in the shower real quick. I was like, all right, cool, bet. So I don't know if you remember, so like in the way the room is, because it's set up like faucets, so you got the rooms to the side.
Yeah.
So like in her room, so like the toilet was in like a closet.
Okay.
So they had like a door. You had to open the door to go to the. I don't know why they built it that way. So she's in the shower, and I was like, I gotta pee. Mm-hmm. So I walk past the shower. I go pee, whatever. I finish, come out, wash my hands. I walk her back past the shower. She was like, I bet you won't hop in.
Yep.
But I tell you, my male ego was like, you ain't gonna tell me what I'm not gonna do.
Oh, peer pressure.
So I stripped down. I hopped in. I was like, yeah, I'm in here.
Now what?
What's up?
So innocent.
So of course, things started happening. I'm not gonna go into detail.
Yep.
But like things happen or whatever. So we get out. I hop out the shower, and I go back into the room and get on the bed. She was like, "Hey, grab one of those, those things you use.
Okay.
You have,
okay.
One of those protection things out of the drawer." So I go grab it. She comes back out. James, till this day,
right,
I have yet to see the same booty shake happen. All I know.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
All I know is I was back there doing my thing.
Yeah.
She did something, and I was like, "What?" That's all she wrote. But really? I was like, I didn't say nothing. I was like, I think the condom broke.
Playing it off.
But so now we both just sitting there, and at this time I hadn't started doing anything else extra. So I didn't because before college I didn't really do anything. Like I hadn't lost my virginity. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you were a church guy.
So now we were just sitting there. It's not that I didn't want to.
Okay.
Because I tried, James. I tried. I asked the chick who slept with the whole football team.
Oh.
I want next, and she said no. So I tried, James.
Okay.
So we just both sitting there. She's just sort of, of course, she's not happy or not satisfied or whatever. I'm just kind of like, whoo.
Yeah.
Well, guess I'm gonna head on out now.
Did y'all ever do anything ever again?
Not that I recall, because
Okay.
I think we ended up breaking up or falling out not too long after that.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole nother memory. So, because I remember, I don't know why Elijah was around a lot. Because it was me, him, and her in the car.
I was gonna say y'all were friends, but
Yeah, but like in the car situations, like
Yeah.
it was me, him, and her in the car for some reason, again, late at night. And she got upset about something and got out the car and just started walking off, storming off. So we had to go kind of calm her down. I don't know what we got into it about, but and honestly, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Because it probably wasn't nothing that significant. I was like, okay, I guess I go get her.
Like the Flash. All right, it's my turn to go talk to him.
Just everybody gets a hallway scene. But yeah, I mean that was the whole thing. And then after that, it was all downhill from there, James.
I got you.
It was all downhill from there. Once I got the taste of the sweet berry, I was like,
It's unlocked.
yeah, this is what it's like, huh? I want more.
Want some more of that booty to see if anybody else got that booty shape.
I still to the day, here's the thing, because my memory's not always the greatest. It could have been just a regular booty jiggle.
Right.
But in my mind, and maybe this is me justifying, in my mind, I'm just like, it had to be something.
Yeah.
Because it took me out.
Yeah, and it was like your first, I'm not gonna say, it was like, you probably haven't seen that before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, for all I know, I could have experienced it multiple times throughout these years. But just because I've embellished it in my mind so much, I'm just like, no. It was a Rubik's Cube booty shake. And it was like square, A.
X double L square, 1 trillion square square.
What he said, because I don't know. But yeah. Nah.
I don't know much about Shark Tale, but that's my scene.
I have to rewatch Shark Tale.
Don't you hate when there's a movie you watch that you like, and then you find out that majority of people don't like it?
I don't hate it, but it's like I kind of feel like, oh man, don't nobody else like it?
Yeah, like Space Jam. I thought everybody liked Space Jam, but apparently it's.
I guess a lot of people. I like it. You're talking about the original, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking when you, I guess, critically, and then you get on the line, oh yeah, Space Jam's trash, and it's like, no, everybody likes Space Jam. What are you talking about?
Let me ask you this question: Have you ever had a situation where you were dating a chick? Because me and you both, we love movies and TV. Well, you mostly movies. I love movies and TV. You like some TV. Yeah, some TV. Just a few. But have you ever had a situation where like you were dating a chick, you really liked her, and you wanted to introduce her to a movie that you really love, and you put it on, and she'd just be like,
Yeah.
That's a movie.
Imagine growing up with Star Wars. But no, this recently, it's been so Dungeons and Dragons. You liked it, right?
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the old one with
I've
Marlon
never seen
Wayans.
the old one, but no, I definitely like the new one.
I did. I
And,
cried at the end.
I don't remember the end.
Well, yeah, it was. I ain't boo-hoo cried, but I cried.
So we tried watching it with her and her kids, and we didn't get through it. But in their defense, we have not gotten through any movies we tried to watch. So I don't think that counts.
I know why too.
So I'm gonna give you one more. Maybe we can do this by not semesters, but years. But
But that's what I'm saying. I don't have mine segmented by years. It's just random like this, that.
I think I just remember my freshman and junior year. But all right, so another freshman year memory, and this will be my last one, hopefully.
Ain't got to be.
There was two girls that I knew, and I don't like. It's not like I didn't hang out with them a lot. I don't know how I knew them, but one of them was small, dark skinned. She didn't have the prettiest face, but I liked the personality. And she had a friend who was tall, light skinned, not necessarily thick, but she was curvy, and she looked like she could have been a model.
Okay.
So I know the tall one liked me, and she was like she always made passes at me, but her makeup was so thick that her face was orange, and I never wanted to do anything with her because she was orange.
You thought she was Oompa
Yeah, like Hugh Grant in the new Vodka. Oh, now I'm picturing her doing it a little bit.
Loompa? I've already started to tell you that's it now.
Oh my goodness. So I remember at the end of the semester, I was like, you know what? Forget it. You can look past it. And I was like, next time she comes, next time she make a pass, we doing it. And she didn't make a pass anymore.
I wonder if she heard your thoughts. Like, she's a bit orange today.
Yeah, I think she got tired of me not. Oh, there was another.
I have a horrible dating memory in college.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember this. She was because she used to work at the calf.
Yes. Yep.
She had the leg brace on which everybody for some reason everybody blamed me because they said she fell out the window or something. I don't know where that came from.
That brings something else I want to talk about. Go ahead.
I just remember me and her. Okay. I'm gonna be vulnerable. I'm gonna tell you. You know. Well, so did I ever tell you how all that started?
No, but I do want to say that I really liked her. I thought she was very pretty, and I was sad that y'all didn't work out. But go ahead.
So it all started because, like I said, she used to work at the calf. And one day, I don't know if she asked me specifically or I heard her mentioning it, but somehow it came up that she needed a ride to go cash a check from the calf. Okay. And I was like, hey, because at this time I had my truck.
Yep. And
so I was like, yeah, bet I'll run you to Walmart. You cash it, no problem. So she was like, all right, cool. So I stopped at the door and picked her up. We riding, we vibing, bumping the music, whatever. So we get to Walmart. She goes in. For some reason, she couldn't get it cashed.
Okay.
Because she was like, I give you some gas money. Which I wasn't really tripping about it, but I was like, it is what it is. I'm not going to turn it down. Right. Because it's college. I'll take that little money.
Of course.
That's a 4 for 4 or $1 menu money or whatever. Yep. So she comes out. She's like, I couldn't get it cashed. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. She was like, well, what can I do to pay you back? I was like, I'll take a little kiss on the cheek or something like that.
There it is. That's the.
So she was like, just a little simple, just something slight. So she kissed me on the cheek. Boom, cool. So we texted, talking. So she hits me on one day. She said, hey, you mind come pick me up and hang out? I was like, I ain't doing that. I'll come pick you up. I don't know. I just thought about this. Okay. A lot of my stories involve cars and parking lots. so I go pick up. We ride around for a while, then we go park in the library parking lot.
It's always a library.
Hey man, it went down in the library parking lot. Apparently.
I see. So the parking lot get more action than the library.
Hey man, put back in the books. So we got out there, we chilling, we just talking. To this day. And again, I say this because my memory is cloudy. This is how I remember it. Okay. I'm not saying this is how it happens. All I remember is we went to the parking lot. We were in the library. We chatted. Hey, what's up? Boom, my pants came down. Her face is in my lap.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know how it happened.
Yep.
I don't remember. My mind doesn't remember how. But I just know that happened. And then after that, we started dating, hanging out more and more and more. She broke a leg, all this kind of stuff. I tell all that to tell the original story. I'll never forget her because of the fact that I broke up with her on her birthday. But I did not know it was her birthday.
I remember you telling me that.
All I remember was I was like, I want to break up with her. And I walked to the calf. And she was so happy to see me. And I was like, hey, what's up? It's my birthday. And I was like, oh, it is?
Don't do it, Larry. Don't do it.
We got to break
You
up.
could have waited till the next day. Just get Toppy one more time.
I had enough at that point. I said, we got to break. We got to break up. And I just remember every day from that point on, because she still worked at the camp, and we still ate there. And I tell you, she stared daggers at me every time I would come in.
We sat right in front of the darn rice.
I remember one day I looked over and she was pretending to shoot me with like arrows. I was like, hey, what's up? I felt so bad, but I was like, if I keep pushing it off, it's not going to.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I got to break up with you today.
So you said people think that she fell out a window, and it reminded me. So a couple days ago, I was picking up my daughter from school, and there was a guy just walking by, and he had a whole arm sleeve tattoo. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you in high school and you got a whole arm sleeve?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. So then it got me thinking that, in college, obviously college, people can be in college as adults. They can be there for 4 years, 5 years. There's a lot of things, but there were shootings and I'm like, we just got out of high school. How y'all already doing this craziness?
James, man. The world has advanced.
Yeah.
Technology has advanced, and so has the world.
I thought of another memory, but I can't think of what it was.
It's all good, man.
This has been fun going down memory lane.
I'm trying to think, because I do have
another one.
Because I feel, and this kind of leads back into my original statement or question or whatever. Because maybe I'm just not remembering stuff. Mm-hmm. But I don't have a lot of I have memories. I have moments that I enjoy. I have a lot of memories. Mm-hmm. But I don't have great memories that stand out oh, I got to talk about that. Oh, I need to talk about that. I don't have that. Or maybe, like I said, maybe I have them. I'm drawing a blank. Yeah. It could be. I don't know.
Do you remember a girl that worked in the library named Erica?
Vaguely.
I had, when I say...
oh, yeah, I do remember her. Because I remember you telling me about her.
I had a big crush on her.
Yep.
I got her number at one point, and it just never went anywhere. But I really liked her. But the other one was, all right, so you remember Carmen sat at our table sometimes. I guess Diamond. There have been girls that sat at our table, but there was two friends. I'm not going to say their names. One started with an F, and she was born on February 29th, and then her friend. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure I told you the story, but one day her friend came to my dorm, and I really liked her too. And we watched V for Vendetta.
It's so you, James.
Yeah, I know.
It's so you.
So I remember we were just laying down next to each other, and I'm so awkward and some socially whatever you want to call it. So I did not have any. I couldn't think of anything to say, and I was like, you know what? What's the word? What? Just go for it. And so I started rubbing her arm, and she jumped and jerked so quick. I was like, shoot. All right, I just knew it was over at that point. And I was like, all right, we're just going to finish this movie and just go. It was so bad. I mean, it was going so...
No,
might as well go for it.
It's not that... I more so feel for you because it's you didn't know what to do. You took the chance. And it did not go your way.
And the crazy thing is, it's when we talked on the phone, we did have good conversations. Every now and then. We didn't talk that often.
Well, I was going to say, the conversations y'all had, did they kind of lean to the...
No. It was more I want to talk to you again tomorrow. Mm. And I think after that day, we didn't have any more conversations.
Mm. They messed it up, James.
Yeah. Yeah, I know she's married now. She's got kids, but I really liked her. Oh, well.
I do have one big memory.
Okay.
It was when I was dating, she who shall not be named.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We had just finished a moment of intimacy.
Okay.
Right as Barack Obama had been named president. So all I know is I looked outside, there was a bunch of black people just out in the yard. Hey, First black president. I do remember that.
That's a memory.
Like post-coitus, as they say.
And people out there celebrating.
Hey, you did it. Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yes, I did. Nah, I don't know. Like I said, I guess all in all, like when I look back on it, like when I think about, like that's just the social part of it. Like now, like you said, when you factor in like the classes and stuff like that, which school is school for the most part. That's a whole different side, and then the administration and all of that, dealing with paperwork and lines, and I'll never forget. This is when I was. I had reached my breaking point with A&M.
Okay.
I can't remember. I feel like I had like a ticket or something. There was some reason I had to go down to the administration building, or whatever, cashier's office or whatever it was. So I went down there because that's how you get refund checks, from you whatever. So I go down there to go do something or pay something or ask them something, and lady was like, "Hey, you got a refund check that's been sitting here." Yeah.
Yeah,
ain't said nothing?
Yeah.
She was like, "You might want to cash it today before it expire." Appreciate it. I'm sitting here struggling not to eat ramen noodles, and I got a whole refund check. Come on, man.
I remember my first 3 years, I was on scholarship, and I was just like, everybody was like, "Yeah, I got my refund. I got my refund." I was like, I wish I knew what that felt like.
Yeah. They gave you just enough to go to school.
Yeah, I was that. And then when I finally started taking loans out, I was like, yeah, I'm a suffer in the future.
That's part of the reason why I moved out of Foster and moved into the dorm where we all stayed at. Because I was like, Foster's eating up too much. If I move over here, that's the less I got to pay for it. Oh, yeah, that's more of my refund.
That's the only reason I was on Foster's, because, I'm getting any money back.
Yeah. I like Foster. Foster was nice. I mean, for what it was.
I wish the freaking dorms felt like jail. I wish they would renovate them.
Well, they got the unisex dorm now.
Yeah. Is that the one that's on Meridian?
Mm-hmm. It looks nice. I haven't been inside. And they got a building that has a Chick-fil-A in there, too.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Have you been to the new gym? Like the basketball stadium?
Mm-mm.
So I took my daughter to a game, and we actually enjoyed. I think her head was hurting, so we didn't stay for the men's game, but the women's game was something.
Oh, it was that great?
It was something. It was
Did we at least win?
we won.
Oh, okay.
But it was something. I remember that coach, she was anyway, I do want to go back to watch the men though. That sounds pause. I had 3 pause moments. I've never said pause in all our episodes.
I was just about to say, you've said it a lot today. I've just been letting it go. I don't care, man. Part of me wants to go to a game, but then part of me is like, there's a lot of people. I'm good.
Okay, so I remember when we did go, it wasn't a lot of people, but we didn't stay for the men. And then I tried to go another day, and the part where I usually park, they said, these is for season ticket holders only. And that whole parking lot was packed. Like, I was like, oh, people only come for the men. So yeah, I guess it would be packed.
Apparently you saw why, too.
Yeah. It was, I was, and then so I don't know how I happened to make it to the landing page about their stats. I was like, this person's shooting 20% from 3. This person's shooting 30% from the field. It's like, yeah,
I'm a season ticket holder, man. I'm coming every game. I don't care.
Don't put these stats on the internet.
I'm coming every game. I don't care.
Bad.
I don't care. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you another thing too, James. This makes me feel a certain type of way.
Okay.
Cause I don't know. Every now and then I do ride down, Meridian or whatever, and you see like the girls or whatever crossing the street, and I just be like, they look nice, but they look young.
Yes, and I was thinking that earlier, and
young.
I don't know if I should say that, but that's exactly what I think.
They look young.
Did I look that young when I was?
I don't know. I feel like I did or didn't. Right. I don't know. I don't know. I know. One thing I did do. This is a freshman memory I forgot about.
Okay.
Because I came up here freshman year, and I was like, "Listen, James, I thought I was gonna be the ish."
Okay.
And I brought my Letterman jacket from high school. I was like, "Yeah, got my little nickname on the back, my little football number." I ain't see nobody with no Letterman jackets up. I was like, "I'll take this." I put that bug in my closet, never wore it again. I said, "I look like a fool." My Letterman jacket.
I love it. I remember going to some area code parties.
They got shut down partly through because somebody got into a fight.
And then there was pajama parties too. And I love me a girl in some good pajamas.
You know, one party I never went to that I always wanted to go to, the Bears You Dare party. You don't remember the Bears You Dare?
No, I didn't know we had those.
So they usually had. I feel like they usually had it at like a club. But basically, it was like it was mainly for the ladies. Mm-hmm. Well, for the guys, but for the ladies.
Yeah.
But apparently, like, the less you wore, the more likely you had to pay to get in. So you come Bears You Dare. Mm-hmm. Now if you don't want to pay to get in, you could be.
Yep.
You know.
So the one of the things I absolutely hated about A&M was plugs. They put the little plugs on your window when you be like you go. Maybe it's called.
Oh, you said the little flyers.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And then the rain and it'll get wet. Did you make a sign or something?
I did.
To put on it?
I did. Oh, I was so
like,
tired.
hey, do not put it on.
It slowed it down, but it didn't stop it completely.
I remember that. I remember you were hot about that. You were so hot.
Why y'all so being buttholes? Like y'all doing this at night when we inside, so y'all know y'all wrong.
It'd be like 3 or 4 of them stacked up on there too.
And then that condensation or that rain just make them. You peel them off, and you got.
And it'd be like the little hard. I was like, why you choose the thick stock to put it on?
It's wasting money. Like, I'm not coming.
They don't know that. Hey, it's their job to let you know. On February 17th, we having a jammy jam. And we need you to be there.
Come look at some booties.
Basically. Oh, man. I will say that is one thing I don't regret. Like I don't feel like I needed to be at all the parties like that for real. I feel like I went to enough parties to get the fun of it, but you know, and I don't feel like I got gypped on that. I think it was just more so, which I guess now go back. If I were to have pledged, I probably would have been at more parties.
Who you going for?
Hey man, you know, there's people watching. I can't say.
Okay, all right. I feel like I know. I feel like I know who you.
It's just a letter, the first letter of the alphabet.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
I should have said that.
That's not who I thought you were gonna go for.
It's just a black and gold thing.
I thought it was purple and gold.
No. That's what all the fat black guys do. All the fat black guys do purple and gold.
So I don't know stereotypes, but I never thought it was fat black. I thought because I could just see you just
I'm just talking junk.
Okay.
I feel like I said it this way. I feel like my interest was in the alpha, but like I feel like I probably would have had more fun as an omega.
I think
simply just because of the the antics and all that kind of stuff. I probably had more fun with omegas, but like my interest level was because I was more interested in alphas.
Do you know?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's like a 3-letter. Do you know what they call people that don't pledge?
That don't pledge?
Yeah, they apparently fraternities have like a 3-letter. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, go ahead.
A 3-letter word or acronym?
It's an acronym. Go ahead.
I don't know. I was just gonna say I remember the time me and a couple of my, I don't want to say people's names because I don't mind saying what I was gonna put. I'm not gonna put them out there.
Okay.
A couple of people that I am friends with went to an interest meeting.
Yep.
And one person in particular ended up, because I think we had to wear like a white shirt or something like that. And his shirt ended up being like a little bit more pinker than normal.
How do you go white to pink?
He did, because in the light we were in, it was because we all kind of got dressed. We not got dressed together, but like we all kind of left the same place, and it didn't really look pink. But when we got to the building, it was just like, yeah, that shirt is pink. Like it wasn't like because it was like a real light pink type of whatever, and it was kind of wrinkled too, if I remember correctly.
GDI.
GDI. Does it tell you what it stands for?
Gosh darn independent.
I have never heard of it before.
I just learned about this last week. So maybe
That's some
maybe
new stuff.
Yeah,
That's some new age fraternity stuff. But I see. I feel like you made a valid point because I do feel like a lot of my, I'm not gonna say regret because I don't have regrets, but a lot of my whatever you want to call it revolves around like I feel like my college experience would have been a whole lot different if I had pledged. You know,
I could see that. And to be honest, you probably wouldn't even be friends with us.
no, I think that still would have been the same.
Because that, they would have, you would have spent more time with them. They would have actually come to these different events. And, I think you would have spent less time with us. And I think it would have been different. Obviously, it would have been different.
No, I feel like it would have. I feel like it would have been different. The only reason why I say I don't think I feel like I still would have been friends with y'all because I still would have pledged later in my years as opposed to like early.
Gotcha.
So I still would have already known y'all before I pledged, anyways. But as far as like my time, yeah, I probably would have. Because even then, even though I wanted to go to more parties and stuff like that, with the fraternity or just without a fraternity, I still at my core, I still would be like, I don't want to go. Like, I'm cool. I probably would have did the ones that I probably, because I feel like they're obligated to go to maybe a few or some or certain ones, but I probably would have did those. But like I said, I still would have already known y'all, by the time I pledged.
I got other memories, but
I guess we should talk about the elephant in the room, James.
no, we don't have to.
You know what I'm talking about?
Go for it.
What am I talking about?
I can think of two. Obviously my baby, which I don't think.
No.
Yeah. Or. I'm already in it.
You already in it? Oh no.
Okay.
No. It's neither one of those.
Okay.
So the elephant in the room that I'm referring to is, so me and you are friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
We're a host.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
Yeah.
When you first met me, you did not like me.
Yeah, and I, you know why, but I'll just go ahead and say it. It's mainly because I never was a person who had comebacks. I was never somebody who was witty. So I understood that you were joking. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of my frustration came was that when I tried to joke back, it was not good. It was not funny.
It wasn't well received.
Yeah, exactly. And you just, so it's like, it almost felt like you were piling on.
Well, and then because the thing about it was like I didn't know that, but then because it's interesting to hear that. Well, I mean, we've already talked about this, but it's interesting to hear that side because on my side, I came from a place where it was like if you're in a room, there's nobody is off limits. Mm-hmm. Like you can, just because you sit in the corner don't mean you ain't gonna get it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Hey, I don't know you, but you gonna get it too. So that was kind of like when you were there. Hey, you finna get these jokes.
And I liked the group. I enjoyed myself, and I was like, but then I got to hear Larry. I did not like it.
Hey man, it's just, like I said, the crazy part about it was I had no idea until you told me years later. I was like, what? You didn't like me?
No.
What? You were laughing though. Like what? I didn't get it. I was like, but you laughed.
I was very self-conscious back then too. I had a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm not perfect now, but just a lot of stuff going on.
Well, it's because it's crazy you said it because like in high school, I guess it goes back to middle school. Part of the reason why I became such quick with it was because I got talked about a lot, and so I just got to a point where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna say something back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take it.
And then it just kind of progress from there.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Well, man, I'm not as bad as I used to be.
Well, and especially with me, like I don't. If you do say anything about me, it's not like around me to my face.
Nah, I don't say anything behind your back.
Yeah. So I don't see you being that way at all.
Yeah, because and then too, like, to kind of go back to what I was saying about the whole middle school, high school thing. When I met you and I met Elijah and all y'all, I was kind of still coming off of that because you got to think too, like, I started talking about people in like late middle school to early high school. Then I started playing sports, so all we did was talk about people. And then like I came from that era or that, whatever, to college. I'm just like, yeah. And I got to college, I was like, oh, y'all don't talk about people like that?
Which I thought, because I played baseball, and I'm sure it was younger, it was before high school, so maybe that had something to do with it. But we didn't, I don't know if it's baseball because we were young, because I know there's some people nowadays that's young, they'll go toe to toe even if it sounds stupid. Oh, that's why your finger looked like it smelled like,
That's all we did.
Yeah. So I don't know, baseball players are just soft.
Nah, I don't think it's that baseball players are soft. Y'all have a different. Y'all just different. Because the sport is I don't say because there's no contact as much, but like y'all are just. It's not that y'all are soft because y'all aren't soft. It's just y'all have a different type of way of looking at things. I guess I don't know. Because y'all still fight, so it's not that y'all are soft.
Okay. I was trying to think. Like I actually knew a baseball player at A&M. I can't remember his name though.
I remember a few guys. I can see their faces, but I can't think of their names.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, like, I was trying to think of like older baseball players, and he was nice, but I didn't talk to him that much.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know.
No, I think it's part of. Sad to say, I feel like it's just part of the culture in like football because football is a more aggressive sport. So like you just tend to be that on and off the field. I don't know.
What are some football stories
from high school? You don't want
because I've heard some racial stuff.
Some of these things I can't say on camera.
Okay, all right. Well, never mind then. I didn't know it was that bad.
I'll give you one. Okay. I mean, this is not racial. I don't know what you're talking about. But I give you one where it was like I remember we were going on an away game, and I was sitting at the back of the bus, and it was like most of the seniors sat at the back, and he had the rest of the guys, and he had some of the cheerleaders up front with the coaches. So I remember I did a lot of stuff I don't know what I did. I just remember I had an empty Gatorade bottle.
Oh my goodness.
So I peed in the bottle.
On the bus?
On the bus. Sealed it up tight. And I just chucked it towards the front of the bus. I told no one, James. I was like, yeah.
All that testosterone. Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I tell you, I thought that was hilarious. It was funny to me, man. I laughed for days about that.
Have I done anything like that? I can't. I know I have, but I can't think of what they are.
We used to have this white dude. His name was Lee. He, I can't remember his last name. I can't believe I'm talking about this. He used to do this. He used to do this thing. So you ever seen the movie? So you've seen the movie Silence of the Lambs? Mm-hmm. So you remember the part where the guy was like the guy who put the person in the well. You put the lotion on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he was in the mirror. He was like, "You think I'm sexy?" When he tucked his stuff, he's like, "You think I'm sexy?" You know what part I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So he used to do that, but he would call it Black Jesus. And so like what he would do is he would stuff between his legs, and then he'd stretch out his arms like it's Black Jesus.
But he was white?
Yeah. We didn't care.
What?
I mean, other people other black people did it too, but he just did it more than other people because he didn't care, you know. And then so he would do that, tuck it, be Black Jesus, but then when he leaned forward, he'd be like Sausage Factory.
Okay.
I told you, James.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff that you don't want to talk
about. I know. So we got somebody who we know that goes around pinching people's nipples. And I'm like today. I was just going to say somebody at work.
I figured that's what you're talking about.
And so I
He's
know
never pinched my nipples, but I know you're talking about that.
there's another guy who about smacked something out of his hand, and I was thinking to myself like, why do you do this? And I know why. But
hey man.
So I'm trying to give him hints like, Mark, men don't squeeze other men's nipples. I mean, I guess
There it is, guys.
Yeah.
We know his name now.
Did I say it?
Yeah.
Shoot.
I wasn't going to say it, but
I wasn't paying attention.
You said it.
Okay.
We'll cut that out.
I didn't mean to. I just got in the
We'll
mood.
say. we'll bleep it out.
I gotta remember to do that in the video too.
I don't know if, because I know I've never said anything to him or to this person, but I guess he just gets the vibe of like, nah, I don't do that with him.
Yeah. Like, he had some stuff to say about you today. Was it today? Anyway, I know we don't have to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah. Nah, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't good stuff.
I'm trying to think what was it about. Anyway, when I remembered, I'll let you know.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Because now you got my mind thinking about football stories. Because I remember it was also a story. We got this guy. I don't remember his name. I wasn't a part of it, but somebody on the team tricked him into taking a birth control pill.
I'm guessing estrogen. Like, does estrogen have something to do with it?
I don't think anything happened.
Okay.
That I can remember. Like, oh, he took the pill and then this happened. Like, I don't.
And I would assume that it would be safe for, because that sounds dangerous for the woman if it's not safe for a man.
Yeah. They also put icy hot on his girdle too.
Okay, why are men wearing girdles?
So it's called a girdle. So what? Okay, so you have your football pants, right?
Okay.
So you have pads. So in your pants you have slots for your knee pads.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you don't have slots for your thigh pads and you have hip pads.
Okay.
So you have a girdle. It's called a girdle, but it's like basically that's like some biker shorts or spandex, and you put your hip pads and your thigh pads in it. You put that on first, and then you put your football pants over that.
Okay.
So
I've always thought the girdle was a thing that girls wrap around.
that's a girdle too. But
Okay.
like I said, I don't know why they called it a girdle. I guess it's because it holds your pads in. But it's just tight. It's like tight shorts that you wear that it has like pockets to put your pads in. So that way you don't have to put them in your pants.
You just call them spandex.
And that's what I would figure they would be called. So I don't know.
I know we're gonna have to. I gotta make space on my phone.
It's all good. And then last story, anything you want to get out before we finish?
No, I don't. I'm sure there's plenty of stories.
We could do a part 2.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I had to, because I'm drawing a blank. I had to sit down and think about something. Obviously, yours more at the forefront of your brain than mine. But
I think over time things got depressing, so I just did less and less. Yeah.
I got you.
But how about you? Okay, all right, yeah. So you can go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't have any. I'm sitting there thinking I don't have any more right now.
Okay, I got maybe one more. Actually, I just thought about a lot. Yeah, we can save for another day.
We do a part 2. if you guys really like this one, we'll come back for a part 2.
Yeah, there you go. All right, you can find me on Instagram at HAPPEE __ MILLS. You can find me on X at HAPPY _MILLS. We have a YouTube channel, big and short of it all. I don't know if it's the whole thing.
Why is it called X?
That's so weird. I don't know. I know he really doesn't want Twitter anymore, so maybe he's trying to make it go downhill.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You can find me at DA_bear29 on Instagram. Like you said, we do have a YouTube page. We also have a TikTok as well.
Yep.
Big and short of it. Big and short of it all. Big and short of it. One of those two will get you there. Just type in big short of it all. It'll take you where you need to go. You go to the Instagram page.
Yep.
It'll take you. It'll take
Yep.
you somewhere. There we are. we're around somewhere.
I was trying to think of a last word. We talked about a lot of college stuff. I'm not good at this. I got bad memory.
It's all good, James. In short, we'll just say this. It's not a comical point, but HBCUs rule. Maybe not rule, but HBCUs are great.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're fun.
Yeah.
You should give them a shot.
Yeah. Go visit your club, nearest one soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take you some weed and some crack with you.
And pizza, pizza was definitely my favorite thing to get on a weekend.
Mm-hmm. Or you could be like one of our homeboys and just buy burgers from Wendy's and save them for days at a time. But you'll learn more about that on part 2. Bye.
See you.